But anyway, shout out to Pedro, man. Pedro says, and I quote, that Vergil Ortiz was coming off of a illness when he left 147, right? You know his illness was rhabdomyolysis. If I'm pronouncing that right, don't kill me. You know, you medics out there. I think it's pronounced rhabdomyolysis, right? That was his illness that he had, right? His life-threatening injury or illness, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, Pedro. He had that. Yes. He was hospitalized for it. Yes. But then when you Google search, Google's your friend. If you have the internet, if you're on this channel right now, you have access to Google. Rhabdo, thank you, just rhabdo. We're gonna call it rhabdo. I appreciate you for the shortening. You know what I'm talking about? He had the rhabdo. And then when you Google it, you see that you get rhabdo. One of the main ways that you get it is from being dehydrated, going through strenuous workouts, drastic weight cuts. Doesn't that sound like somebody that's in a weight division that they shouldn't be in?
So the rhabdo comes from overtraining, at least in my case. You know, you can also get it from steroids and all that, but it wasn't my case. In my case, it was overtraining.
Number one. Number two, have you heard anything about Vergil Ortiz having rhabdo since he moved up to 154? I think the answer is no, right? Why do you think that is? Is because his extra fat ass was trying to squeeze in them little tiny skinny jeans at 147 and he ain't had no business down there. So no, I'm sorry. I'm not going to feel bad for somebody who has an illness that's self-inflicted because he's trying to get a physical advantage over his opponents. You think it's a coincidence that we haven't heard about him having rhabdo since he's been at 154? So I'm sorry. No, I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad for anybody that has an illness or being hospitalized because they're trying to go through a drastic last-minute weight cut. That shows me that you're unprofessional and you lack discipline. I'm not going to feel bad for you. Sorry. So you can miss me with that. So when you say that, oh, Vergil Ortiz was coming off of an illness, that's why he had a weak opponent, is that why you're saying that to justify him fighting Frederick Lawson? I'm not going. I'm not going. Having the illness at 150 and moving to 154, what's that got to do with you having a weak opponent? Now, I want to make this very clear, though. I want to reiterate. I wasn't mad at Vergil Ortiz fighting Frederick Lawson. That's not coming from me. I wasn't mad that he fought Thomas Delorme. Once again, that's not coming from me. I like Vergil Ortiz. However, if you're going to make the comparison and tell me how disappointed and how much you disapprove of Weizma Lima, I'm going to remind you that Vergil Ortiz at his debut at 154, since that's the person that you want to compare boots to, Weizma Lima is better than Frederick Lawson. Weizma Lima is better than Thomas Delorme. I mean, he's better than that. That's all I'm saying, brother. I'm not saying that you can't be disappointed in Jerome Boots Ennis, but I'm telling you that if you were disappointed in Boots fighting Weizma Lima and you weren't disappointed in Vergil Ortiz fighting Thomas Delorme or Frederick Lawson, then